What's up, bro? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video game music as a musician myself. Today's the return of Is. This is requested by Kalinin and Frazdaku over on Patreon. I don't know if I've done this game before. Is, Foliage Ocean in Celceta or Celceta. Let me know. It's a great logo, by the way. And the song is called Ancient Land. Good old Falcom music. It's a very poetic title, Foliage Ocean in Celceta. Anyways, the return of Is. So that's always fun. If from what I recall, Is is usually like more on the metal side, but who knows? Ancient Land. We are getting into it now. Two of them. I don't hear a lot of harmonizing violins. Cool. It's guitar time. Very ethereal sounding. Very electronic. That's good. Oh my god, there's so much reverb on that keyboard. It sounds like it's out here. Violin is the star of the show. Very simple electronic beat. Oh, I like that. That's a good transition. It's like a nice decline into it. It's such a combination of emotions. Was it over? Oh. Yeah, I was in the middle of saying it's such a combination of emotions. That was from the Falcom music channel, by the way. That was interesting. Musically, it sounded like it was somewhere between like minor and major, and it was just trying to like break out. Like it wasn't happy sounding or evil sounding. But it wasn't neutral either. It's really hard to explain the type of tension that song was holding on me. You know, for example, the beat is very. I'm not gonna get like super technical here. I'm just telling you like how it feels, literally, physically. The beat was just very, you know, over and over and over with the tiny change at the end. A little redundant, but I don't know. I wasn't expecting it from East. When I think of East, I believe I could be wrong about this. Maybe I have heard electronic stuff, but I think my brain immediately goes to like a drum kit. But I could be wrong about that. It's just what my memory has retained, which could be wrong. It was kind of weird because I was like, in a way, trying to listen around that because there's nothing wrong with that beat per se, but it was so repetitive that I end up trying to purposely listen to like everything else and to like purposely ignore that because I know it's not going to go anywhere or do anything or provide like, yeah, it's carrying the song obviously, but I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is like I feel like the song could have used a cooler percussion or at least a different sound, and I don't know why I'm saying that because it's not like, you know, what the artist chose is what the artist chose. I'm just saying it seems like the potential was kind of just like missed there, in my opinion. Everything else though was cool. The electronic bass was really cool. I liked the electronic parts of the song. It was just the beat being repetitive was all. So when it did slow down, that's when it was like, oh, okay, cool. This is, you know, it's actually alive. It didn't just feel like it's, for lack of a better word, I always think of like very just copy and paste when I hear that beat because it typically doesn't go anywhere. But that's what this music is. It's meant to just like, in a way, make you dance or just have that constant boom, boom, boom. But I guess, I don't know. Either way, that's what I had to say. The violins, though, were definitely the thing here to take away. And the electric guitars were pretty cool, too. Usually I think of electric guitars when I think of these. But this one had a nice little sound. Which, by the way, this like electronic / violin thing reminds me of a artist that, I don't know if she's still around, but I've mentioned her a couple times. Her name is Lindsay Sterling. Although her electronic stuff is a little more dubstep-y, but still, if you like this the style of music, you might actually really enjoy Lindsay Sterling because it's very virtuoso violin with, you know, electronic type beats. But the melody here was really strong. It was very catchy. And what I've noticed two things. Falcom music in general is very melodic heavy, and a lot of earworms, meaning they don't overextend. They don't do too much. Like there's shredding and there's crazy wild stuff, but there's always seems to be like a center point melody that sticks with you. Almost every song from Falcom has a thing that should stick with you, something you can whistle back to yourself, something like that. You know, it's a very strong melody, and that's really cool. That's Falcom, not just East. That's Falcom. What I've noticed. And I think that's why the community specifically is adamant about it. I don't get a lot of, you know, I get a lot of different communities because video games are so vast. But like, for example, I'll get like people, certain communities that watch a certain game. But it's not often that I get communities that like a certain like developer, publisher, whatever it is. But I've noticed Falcom is one that like sticks out because even if they don't play their games, it's like Falcom fans are Falcom fans, and that's cool because of what I just said. I hope is that the music is pretty strong. It's pretty strong from everything I've heard. I can't even tell you all of them. I know I have a playlist though. I do have a Falcom playlist, so this will be in there too. But from what I recall, I believe this is one of the more different sounding East songs. Again, I could be wrong. I listened to so many songs, but my recollection is like a little heavier and more band. But maybe they do both. But as far as I can recall, I don't remember ever sounding that electronic. Like for example, I would have never guessed that was Ys at all. But it was cool. It was cool. Foliage, Ocean, and Celceta, Ancient Land. I didn't get any settings, especially with that title, Ancient Land. The only thing I could ever think of when it comes to something of that tempo would be a boss. But that's kind of vague. But that's the only thing that came to mind. So let me know when this plays. And yeah, see if there's any information on here. Composer Yukito Jindo. Violin Akiko Nagano. Guitar Daisuke Miyazaki from JDK Band. This is on the PlayStation Vita and PC. Okay. Cool violin. I always like violin. So let me know more about Ys, Foic, and Ancient Land. Thank you to everyone that you see here. Thanks to you for watching. Who were the requesters again? Let me pull it up really quick. That was Kalinin and Frasdaku. Yes. Thank you. My name is Jesse in the Auditorium. Take it easy. Peace.